Joe Rogan decided to go off on Anthony Fauci again. And, I find that I like Rogan more when he goes on these rants in front of people who are afraid of rants like this.
When he just throws it in their face? Yeah, that's hilarious.
I really like that. Now, this clip he did with Patrick Bet-David. So Patrick Bet-David and him are simpatico on all the Fauci stuff. Personally, I prefer like a Rogan Gaffigan thing where Gaffigan's like, Trump is way worse than Biden is. And Rogan's like, are you sure? Because here's the things Biden's done. Boom, 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 boom. And like Gaffigan has to be confronted with it. And he goes, well, yeah, but didn't Trump do? And like Rogan's like, no, I get that. I understand that. What I'm saying is Joe Biden is the president now, and this is the shit he and his son have done. Yeah, but wasn't January 6th like really bad? Just say Hot Pocket.
Again, the guy in charge right now can be arguably worse in these ways, but Trump's not in charge. So even if it is super horrible what he did, he's also not making policy, is my point.
Right, exactly. So you have Joe Rogan this time talking with Patrick Bet-David. And again, echo chamber podcasts, I don't know. I don't find it as entertaining as like the back and forth where you're getting multiple perspectives. But this is still, you got to remember, Joe Rogan still preaches to a shitload of normies, and that's a good thing. Because there's a lot of people who don't, they don't spend their time reading the news on the internet. They're busy. They've got shit to do. And they'll listen to Joe Rogan once a week, and Joe Rogan will tell them all this shit about Fauci or Biden or anything else that they didn't know about before, but now it kind of changes their opinion on shit. Let's listen to Rogan on Fauci featuring Patrick Bet-David.
When those guys flip, that's problematic.
Well, I think they're flipping.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think the overwhelming evidence that we've been with, like just the lab leak thing, just that alone, when you see the gain of function emails that Fauci was sending to those other scientists, and that there's some clear collusion to try to distort the narrative, that's scary.
Yeah, it's scary shit, but here's the thing. Like, it's been shown to people, and they don't care.
That's probably the scarier part.
Yeah.
Is people just kind of like, whatever.
If COVID taught us anything, it's that George Carlin was absolutely right, where he's like, we need to shake shit up in this country, but everyone has a cell phone that makes pancakes, so nobody rocks the boat.
Right. We're too busy checking out YouTube on to see what Joe said on our phone.
But, at least Joe tells you. I think it's actually worse. Like we found out during COVID, the power structure was like, oh shit, we can just tell people what we're doing and they don't give a shit. Like we can do it out in the open as long as we just deny it when they confront us with it. And then they thought that was a pretty cute trick that they could do now. Then you have Rogan. He goes out there and he tells you, these motherfuckers, they're doing this stuff. Well, you have Alex Jones. He'll go like, and we got the CIA and the FBI documents and they're showing that these lizards they're fucking with you and they're doing all this shit and they're changing your brain chemistry and they're blah, blah. Like he'll say shit that's kind of true, but like Patrice said, he'll shove marbles up his ass. Joe Rogan.
It does look amazing.
Yeah. Joe Rogan will sit there and go, well, yeah. And then you have the emails and they clearly said this and they clearly said that. We always used to think it was how you frame the message to people. We found out that people just don't give a shit. Like you give a shit, I give a shit, some other people give a shit. And I don't think that makes us special in any way, shape, or form. It just makes us a little more sensitive. But like we've been telling people now for years that they lied to us. This came from a lab in China. They've been emailing about it. We funded it. We helped create the virus. It was us funding Chinese labs to work on this shit. And like nobody cared. I said
timing super convenient.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
I said a long time ago, I go, you watch, nothing's going to happen to Fauci. Remember when people were like, oh, yeah, Fauci's going to go to jail. Fauci ain't going to do shit but rake in money. That's all he's going to do. Because people don't care. You have to go way too far out of your way to demand something like that. And people don't want to do that. It's not bad enough yet. And God forbid I don't want it to get that bad.
And everything's all politicized to the point where, like we were talking about with, Joe and, talking about Trump and stuff earlier, you get people who are just like, yeah, but I'm on this side, so that's okay because the other side's worse.
Right. Yeah, you get Joe and Patrick Bet David talking about it, and then people like Jim Gaffigan can just go, oh, well, that's Patrick Bet David and Joe Rogan. I've been told that they're right wing, so whatever they say doesn't really count. Even though you can just go, look it up. Just look. Go read it.
Do a little research.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I've often found in my life that people who are willing to let me just go read something without them trying to coach me through it are usually the people who are telling the truth.
That's scary that these are the people that we trust our lives to. And when, if you have a child that got vaccine injured and you worry that your child has myocarditis now and their lifespan is shortened, they might be dead in 10 years.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, especially when you consider the fact that they tried to mandate it for kids when they knew that this wasn't deadly for kids. And they also knew that it didn't stop transmission. They knew it.
That's right.
They knew it didn't stop transmission. It was all lies.
That is fucked up. Like they go through those emails and they find that they knew it didn't prevent transmission, but yet when it first came out, they told us it prevented transmission. And then you've also got legislation that we can't sue them over that.
And we paid them outright for it right off the bat, which so you knew it didn't work, but you agreed to pay them for it? Like, I mean, the not suing thing, okay, fine. I can move past that, at least for now. But so you knew it didn't work, but you still paid for it.
Yeah. So are they trying to say perhaps hold on.
It's time for guillotines. It's time to raise the voice. It's time to sharpen blades. We just can't take this anymore. It's nothing personal. We gave your way a try. We're sorry, but you at the top all have to die.
I mean, look, some would consider that a bit extreme. Some would go.
Some would say.
Yeah, some are saying. That's all. But when it comes to
some are saying, can I get tickets to this show?
Yeah. But like, I mean, nothing he's saying is wrong.
No.
Everything he's saying is correct. And yet that's the most frustrating part to me is I watch a guy, he's right about something, he's totally nailed it, and you just have to look around and you have to go, yeah, but this isn't going anywhere, is it?
Doesn't seem like it.
Politics, like the most important shit that affects our life is the one place where the laws of life physics don't apply. Like anywhere else in life, when it comes to your car, if someone goes, this is a faulty problem with your car and it's going to destroy it, you would go, well, then clearly we need to swap that part out and do something different. But if you go, hey, these people fucking lied to you. They put, they poisoned your children. They shut down their schools. They wouldn't let you go to work. They wouldn't let you go to the gym. They wouldn't let you open your business. And, here's the emails to prove that this wasn't really that necessary. They were just trying to cover their asses. People just
But they're not Republicans, right?
Right, exactly. People just go, oh, well, and, I guess better luck next time. And you're like, dude, if this was an alternator on a car, you'd be hitting it with a fucking sledgehammer. And you won't even change who you vote for this shit. Mr. Saying Caesar says, Rumble Week on the anniversary week. Congrats, guys. We are trying to get a strike here. I don't think we're going to get a strike for that.
No.
Joe Rogan didn't say anything medically wrong at all.